Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. You are always most welcome. Well, today, something new from ICM. It's the 35th scale G917T Truppenluftschuzwagen anti-aircraft wagon. So, we've seen similar versions to this, slightly different derivatives of it before, but we haven't seen this, and this is in the Africa Corps colours, and it's even almost got some naughty Africa Corps symbols on it as well. Whoopsie whoopsie. Tread carefully with this one, Peter, and those guys as well. Anyway, it's really quite an interesting one because it gives you two options on the side. You've got the Eastern Front or North Africa Corps. Whoops. Come on, zoom a bit better. Come on. North Africa Corps. And you can see what I was talking about emblems. Whoopsie poopsie. And then we've also got the Eastern Front one as well. So, it says here, it's got a blooming great cannon on the back, is it 20mm? It's a 20mm, yeah, which we've seen before. So, it says, an improvised Wehrmacht anti-aircraft system featuring the G917T truck and a 20mm Flak 38 anti-aircraft gun. Includes rangefinder. Okay, that's the rangefinder. I didn't realise it looked like a Panzerschreck. Includes rangefinder and ammunition boxes for the AA gun. The anti-aircraft gun can be assembled in two elevation angles, with or without armour shielding. Okay. Decals included for both versions, and two paint schemes, and it has 275 parts. So, kit number 35408. Let's have a look at what we got. Let's have a look. Oops. Now then, got one. Yes, I'm seeing this and I'm remembering it already. I think we have had this already, but why are there two different? Why are there two different grills? That is odd, isn't it? Let me just have a look at the instructions. That's just caught my eye straight away as being a very unusual situation. So it says here, a large portion of the Wehrmacht's truck fleet during World War II consisted of 3-ton cargo vehicles. One such model was the G917T, which had been produced at the Ford plant in Cologne. Yes, we have seen it before. Germany, since 1939. Between 1939 and 1941, 25,000 of these trucks were produced. Some of these vehicles were converted into improvised, self-propelled anti-aircraft platforms. Similar versions were also made with other Wehrmacht vehicles, such as the Opel Blitz or the half-track V3000S SSM, which we've also seen. Yeah. Anti-aircraft guns are mounted on the cargo beds of these trucks, sometimes placed on special platforms or directly onto the truck bed itself. This one seems to have like a palletised platform. For firing, the side panels of the truck were either folded down or completely removed. Such versions often use the 2cm Flak 38 gun, a 20mm anti-aircraft gun which entered service with the Wehrmacht AA units in the second half of 1940. With a reliable design and a high rate of fire, up to 480 rounds per minute. That is fast, isn't it? For a 2cm shell, wow. The 2cm Flak 38 proved to be an effective weapon for close-range air defence. In addition to the engaging aircraft, it was also capable of targeting lightly armoured ground threats. Oh, not nice, you know. If you're infantry, in other words. Lightly armoured ground threats, infantry and jeeps they're talking about, I think there. Right, full load is 3 tons, empty weight 2.5 tons, 6.6 metres long, 2.2 metres wide, height of 2.1, wheelbase 4.2 metres, engine is a Ford V8, it's ironic isn't it, a Ford V8 8-cylinder, so that's a petrol engine, 95 horsepower. Maximum speed is 55 miles an hour, 85 k's. Range of 400k. Well, that's impressive, isn't it? It's impressive. So we've got some decals here. Are we going to get some Africa Core decals? We are and we aren't. Now then, I've got a complaint about this again. Right, let me show you what we've got here. So we have got, and we've seen this before actually, we've got here the unique Flak 38 decals, which shows the number of aircraft it's downed, they say. Shows a Spitfire, very unfair. But then on the other side we've got the Africa Core markings, and this makes me a little bit cross, because here, unlike those other ones I showed you the other day, this time we haven't got a true accurate German symbol under the palm tree on the right there. It's just like a quadrant almost. So that's a little bit disappointing. So what I would say to you is if you get this kit, if you've got the other kits as well, you're laughing because you'll have the full fat, very naughty symbols. But it's a bit confusing that ICM. This is not new. Those markings on the other one are new. So let's put this in context and be fair to them. This is what they were doing. I think they've realised that people like it that way that I've talked about before, where you have the symbol is split in half, making it zero offensive. You know, this is the way they were doing it, which is a little bit irritating and doesn't look realistic. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. I'm thinking we're not going to go through the whole kit actually the way that I thought I would, because we've definitely seen it before. One thing I want to establish though, clearly, is about this grill business, because the grill, it clearly has two different grills in the kit. I'm trying to understand why. Can you see what I mean when I zoom you in here? Probably not going to open it, to be honest, because I think we have seen this already in some detail. So there's the one I'm talking about. You've got that one, but then over here you've got that one, which is the one you are going to use. So that's what I'm trying to understand really. I'm just going to go back to the thing that shows the grills. Yeah, and it does show that grill as being one you won't use. Yeah, it's blanked out. So there's obviously two different versions. Can you see here where my thumb is? Blanked it off. So you use the oval one, the Ford. It's even got Ford on the side of the van. Dear oh dear oh dear. What? Ford, what happened to you? Because the truth is that the Germans took it over in the war and decided to carry on production, but effectively booted Ford out, I'm sure. Ford were not producing for all the Germans, that is for sure. Clear parts are good, but I say I don't think, apart from that, there's not much point in going through this because we have seen it before, even down to the gun. So I'm going to leave it at that and keep this one a bit of a brief one. This was the one, if you remember, where when I saw the cannon, you can see it even without it in the bag. When we saw the cannon, I had a small moan about it because it wasn't slide moulded, the gun. And you can see here where my finger is that it's not got an open muzzle, it's just flat. So that was a little bit of a negative. So I think I gave it 9.5 out of 10, because apart from that it's an absolutely superb kit, as you would expect, all the detail you'd expect. But the non-bored out muzzle, the non-open muzzle, it's not actually an aperture. It kind of spoils it slightly. That and the Africa Core symbol being lacking. And it proves it that on their other kit it was absolutely fine. So I'm afraid that they have to lose a point or two. Not a full point. I think we'll call it 9.5. 2 quarters knocked off for two small problems. But it is a beautiful kit. They're always so nicely moulded, no flash or anything. You know, and I say, for the sake of brevity today, we're gonna keep it short and not go through all the plastic, because we've seen it. So what I'll do is I'll give you a link to see that elsewhere. Over there we'll put a link so you can see it all in detail again, and I'll say to you, I'm going to give it 9.75. No, I'm not, 9.5, sorry, I've forgotten what I said myself then. 9.5, because it loses 2 quarters for 2 problems. I think it's fair. And you can see that the very latest tooling. One thing I will add though, that I must just say, and this is one of the things that helps it to get to 9.5, if you're in any doubt, you can see 2 things. One, Look how cleverly, I can see this without even opening the back. Look how cleverly they moulded their wheels and tyres. They did this brilliantly. Yeah, so they've got like an insert, so you've got no seam. Very, very clever moulding this. You see how it goes, and then these just insert on the other side to act as the inner hub. It's brilliant, and you end up with a really realistic looking tread. Very, very accurate treads on them. Beautiful. So that is a jump forward on some of the other ones that we have seen, because they actually went to doing a plastic injection molded plastic wheel and a tyre. So 9.5 out of 10 is where I'm at. It's a very, very nice kit. Just wish they put the proper Africa Core logos on. Perhaps I could make a career out of selling Africa Core logos and charging a fortune for them. Anyway, there we go, 9.5 out of 10. Thanks very much to ICM for providing those kits for this month. I think that's it for this month, in fact, yes. So that's the last one for August. It came out in July, in the shops now, of course. But I think they're good value. And again, this one's only about £38, I think, or thereabouts. Quite a lot of kit for your money, you know. How many parts has this one got? 275 parts, fair amount. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thought it was interesting and entertaining. I know I didn't go through all the parts today, but I say I'll put the link over there so you'll understand why it's not really needed. But we just want to look at the markings and one or two things that made it different, really. But I hope you found that interesting. So that's it from me for now. There'll be some more coming along in a couple of weeks' time. Maybe an update chat in the meantime. As we're getting towards September, yeah, some very exciting things are happening in September. Some of which I've already alluded to. I won't mention them again now. I'll just bid you a farewell. Thank you very much for watching. Give us a like. Don't forget to ding the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the new channel, which I'll put the details of below. Peter Goes Rogue. That's my new channel, and that's all the non-modelling stuff that we've got on there, all the fun stuff. History and fighter planes and all sorts, Lancasters, you name it. Documentaries, even a puppet show. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you stay well, stay safe. Until next time. In the meantime, thanks ever so much for all your time. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.